Hey everyone, so if you haven't figured it out already, I am a very big fan of the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast is one of my favorite video game consoles. And I have mentioned a couple of times how it is near impossible to find Dreamcast stuff for, like, anything for the Dreamcast in the city of Toronto, in stores or through local listings. It's just very difficult to find anything for the Dreamcast. So when I looked up on Kijiji and I saw this ad, um, and I saw for $210 this amazing set of stuff, I thought, well, I think now's the time to use my emergency money for this, because it is very rare that I see good Dreamcast stuff on Kijiji for this good of a price. Anyways, so he had it up for $210. I asked him what his prices were like for a couple of the items I was most interested in, but the prices ended up being too high for those items. So I thought I'd make one offer on everything, and I just offered him $180 on the entire lot, so $30 below his price. He ended up taking that offer, and I went and I picked up the stuff that was part of it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I got. And sorry for that 1.5 minute sort of lead up. Anyways, again, this is what I got. So first is the Dreamcast console, and I got it because, well, I'm just going to consider selling it and putting it towards the price of another game. And it has just the standard 56K modem, no broadband adapter yet. But yeah, the system also had the AV and the AC cables, so that's a plus. It also had the standard Dreamcast controller. I do not need another one of these, as I already have 5 of them, I believe, and all the standard white-gray color. So again, I do not need another one of these, so I will include it with the system and try to sell that. Sorry about that notification. Next up, one of the reasons why I considered paying the money for this set is that it came with this off-brand adapter. What it is the Naki VGA adapter. It's the Dreamcast VGA box. It has a setting for VGA and for S-Video on the back here. And I saw that online they were selling for about 50 to 60 bucks, specifically this one here. So I thought, okay, overall for this set, it's shaping up to be a good enough deal. Next were some other controllers, some off-brand controllers. The first one is this Mad Catz fight pad, I suppose you could call it. It has both the slots in there, so you can have a VMU and another memory card, or a VMU and a rumble pack. And again, it has the layout for a fighting controller with 6 buttons there. And it also has this other sort of light up button here, but I have no idea what that's supposed to do. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this one, or I'll just, I might try to just get rid of it. Now, another item that was interesting enough for me to consider buying this set was this controller here. Now, the seller said that this was a Hori controller, but I tried looking up Hori controllers for the Dreamcast, and I could not find any that looked like this. So then my mind went to the only other possible option for a good controller company, and that was Asy, or however the hell you say it, Ascii. And it turned out this one here is the Asy Pad FT, and it is for fighting games. And in Japan, it was bundled together with Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, which makes sense that he had this because he also had the game itself. but I'll get into the games later. I like this controller here because it's really good for fighting games. It has built-in vibration, and it has just one port up here, but still one is better than none. And some of these controllers didn't even have that. Next up were a couple of accessories. First is a performance rumble pack or tremor pack. Next was a performance memory card. And then the most interesting one, because honestly, first time seeing it, I had no idea what it was. I didn't recognize it automatically, but then I figured out it was the official Sega Dreamcast 4X memory card, and it lights up to let you know sort of which file you're in, because they separated it by 4 files. And it has a button on the top as well, I guess, to flip through the different files. But yeah, I did not expect this to be in here at all, so to find it in there was amazing. So then, last but definitely not least, were the games that were in this set. The reason why I was willing to spend $180 on this set. And to let you guys know, these games are in immaculate condition. The cases are sort of cracked here or there, but the games are 100% complete, and the discs have no scratches on them whatsoever. If one might have like the lightest of scratches on it, like they were insanely nice condition. So the 2 games in here that I already had were Virtua Fighter 3 TB and Code Veronica, Resident Evil Code Veronica. I already had those 2 games, so that's why I had considered sort of just buying off separate items from this set, but in the end I just decided to buy everything. And then here are the amazing games that were in the set. So first here is Fatal Fury, Mark of the Wolves, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, as I mentioned before. Now here's a pretty decent one, Skies of Arcadia, and it has both the discs in amazing condition in here. The second disc and the first disc there. The next game, I have the Japanese version of it, but the English version is definitely better because it'll actually be playable for me, and that is Grandia 2. And then the last game that was here, because altogether it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. The last game is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I have the first Marvel vs. Capcom for the Dreamcast, but it is the Japanese version. But I was just happy to find these games because I'm not even joking. Excluding Virtua Fighter 3 TB, which I think is about a $10 game, that I've seen go as high as $15 in the city of Toronto, and Resident Evil Code Veronica that I usually see between $20 and $30. All the other games, I've seen them for $40 or more. So if I even counted it at $40 each for all these other games, for these other 5 games, that's $40, $80, $120, $160, $200 minimum for me to buy these games here in the city of Toronto. And I got all this stuff for $180. And to be honest, I've seen Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for $60, $70. I've seen Grandia 2 for $50. I've seen Skies of Arcadia for like $70. And Fatal Fury and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, I've seen them for about $40 complete. So to get all these games, I was just amazed and happy that I did not have to pay some obscene price. But yeah, that's all I got. I was very happy to get the set. Now comes the hard part, trying to sell all the extra stuff, sell or trade all the extra stuff that I do not need, and hopefully I can put it towards getting some more Dreamcast games that I've been looking for a while. Because especially Skies of Arcadia, I am still looking for Skies of Arcadia Legends or whatever for the GameCube, which is supposed to be the better version, but again, it was a Dreamcast title first, and I wanted to get that game first. And for me, fighters, they're one of my favorite genres of games. So be able to get Fatal Fury, Street Fighter 3, Third Strike, and Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I'm more than ecstatic, even though it might not seem like it. But yeah, I'm happy that I'm able to add these to my collection, and sorry that it's been over 10 minutes talking through all of this. Just as always, leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you have to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And that's it. Just as always, see ya.